Hey, welcome everybody. We are back. We are tired, but we are drafting some best ball. We're going to do some puppy but Superflex. But first, how is everybody doing? We have Anthony here. We have Victor. Probably maybe a busy night, may not be a busy night. It is Father's Day, so a lot of people probably out. So there is that. Hey, welcome Jason Calhoun. Give everybody a few minutes to kind of filter in, and then we will pop into a draft. The Who Crew is here, and the Who Crew is alive. So there was a team, one of my slows here that I think I might have just picked on it. It was I had Jaden Daniels at 50 and Mahomes at 94. And it turned out pretty like it's turning out pretty good. It might have finished actually. I'm in so many slows I can't keep them together. So there we go. Here it is. So there's a little bit of value in this draft. Hey, welcome everybody. If you're just popping in, smash the like. Just looking over one of my slows real quick, giving people some time to pop in so we can draft as the Who Crew. So yeah, I went Jefferson, McConkey, Rushy, Hampton, then Jaden Daniels. So I took Jaden here, or I passed Jaden Daniels there purely because Jalen Hurts was still there. I thought that may happen, and I figured if this drafter wanted a quarterback, they would take Chase, or they would take Joe Burrow. So I noticed that he had both of them. I figured that if he took one, he was going to double stack. And I ended up getting the last tier of that running back, pushing Jaden Daniels. Travion fell. Jerry Jeudy fell. Mahomes fell. Then I got Egbuka, Charbonnet, Tajay, and Ferg. So I like the way this team is shaping up. But anyway, we're here. We have some people in here. We're going to enter a 20-second puppy but Superflex, and we're going to enter in 10 seconds. How's everybody doing on the Father's Day? Everybody have a good day. We got 4 more to start. So I will do one draft, possibly 2. If there's several people here, I'll do 2. But tonight at 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Pacific, I will be on Bestball Guys channel, and we will be drafting a BBM for the Life Changing Money series. So I absolutely am looking forward to that, and I definitely want to give myself a little while to before that starts to actually get some things done, move around a little bit, so I'm not here for 9 hours. So anybody who's just joining, it's a 20-second puppy but Superflex. I've been loving these Superflex. I think it's right at 50% filled right now, 52%. So I'm slightly under. I have 75 of these done. I'm hoping we can get 2 of these in pretty quick tonight, and then I'll probably do 2 tomorrow at some point, and then 2 the next day, and then I'll be back ahead. I do really enjoy this competition, and the thing is that's not figured out. Some people are okay taking 3 quarterbacks to start. Others think it's bad. I do agree that like overall, it's probably better to take the skill position player. But if a QB falls that shouldn't be there, like what I did on PPR Tyler's stream where I took Dak in the 3rd, I don't think that's optimal. But if Dak was Caleb Williams, because I've seen Caleb Williams fall down there, I think that is optimal. So that's just my opinion on it. So we have the 106. We got Jason Calhoun, the River Rat, still in every stream. He's at the 103. And that is it. It is just 2 members of the Who Crew. So the Who Crew isn't going to have to fight over each other, and we get to dominate. Let's work together. We got this, Jason. This room, we already know which 2 of this room is going to advance. Sorry to the rest of you, but it is the River Rat and myself. So best of luck to you. But I'm pretty sure you're cooked. Absolutely cooked. We got reading through these names, seeing if anything's interesting. Not really. What a G Gromage. GW Buffalo. You donked it. that one's fine. I would love to get Burrow here. Every time I'm at 6, somebody takes Burrow. Every time I'm at 5, somebody takes Chase in front of me. So I never get. And I have one share of 75 drafts of Burrow just by that variance. So, hey, what's up, Emo Cowboy? Thanks for popping in. So, yeah, it's not something I'm comfortable with, but, I'm not going to take Burrow over Hurts ever. And if he goes at 5 every time, and every time I go at 5, somebody takes Chase in front of him or in front of Hurts, and I get Hurts, I'm just going to take Hurts and have more Hurts. I'm not incredibly comfortable with no Burrow, but I think that is the correct play. It just kind of feels bad that it's kind of working out that way. What's up, Nick? The FFPC master. I'm planning on doing my first ever FFPC at some point on stream. I don't know. I have a $35 ticket for free. I think that one's only best ball. But I will definitely be doing that live. And I've never witnessed what it's like over there, so it should be a good time. One draft, the dad's day dinner, my man. Nice. Yeah, I'll start with the Bijan Puka. I should probably take Fields here. I kind of like Fields here, but I want to build this out. I've had this start twice, but both rooms Steve was in, and Steve took Stafford on me 2 picks before I went. So I would love to get this as a stack. Doing a big gorilla in a few weeks. Which one is that? I don't know what that is. I'm new to the FFPC stuff. I would like to get into it. Is that the $2,000 ones? Because don't they have a $2,250 entry one or something crazy? Yeah, it's been a really good day. Oh, the $350 managed league. I may do one of those, but if I do, it'd be more I want a group. I'd rather do it with 2,000s the main. Okay. I think I would rather get a couple people to do the 350 with and to have a good time like that. But I don't want to do the managed one purely because the first part of the NFL season, I do work on Sunday mornings. So being able to do the start sits is something that I would have to rely on somebody else to make sure they get. So the main event, that's awesome. If you were to pick one, it would be that one, right? Very nice. Yeah, I'll probably reach out to somebody, try to split one at some point. It definitely sounds fun. Okay. All right. So right here we got kind of what we want. I would love for Drake May to be here. Absolutely couldn't have asked for anything more. We get Drake May to fall back. I love it. Now, if we could somehow get Penix to fall back here and then Stafford back here, I would be absolutely loving this. But probably what I'm going to do is take another quarterback of 43, and then Stafford's going to go over here, and I'm not going to get any of the pair. I may just have to bring Stafford up. I don't know. I definitely want this game stack with the Puka Bijan with at least – I want one with Stafford on it. I have one already with Penix on it, but I don't have one with Stafford. So still don't know how it happened. McKinnon, Cooper Kupp. That was the Cooper Kupp Triple Crown. As I say, the Cooper Kupp MVP season, because regardless of who actually won it, it was Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp was the MVP that year. I don't care what anybody else says. You will never convince me otherwise. Like, he was absolutely insane that year, like just ridiculously insane. I can't remember the exact stats, but it was like, I'm looking it up right now. I will get to it after my pick. Of course, Stafford goes all the way up here. So I don't even get either one of them. All righty. So scratch that idea. And this is why you don't take two skill positions, because now I'm just reeling. Yeah, I'm just kind of try to dominate at other positions and take late quarterbacks on this one. We're gonna do something a little different. I wanted to get that. I've never seen this many quarterbacks go. But Penix goes at 35 and Stafford goes at 41. That is ludicrous stuff. Yeah, like that's all of them going like 6 picks above ADP. All right, so Cooper Kupp's year that year was 16 receiving touchdowns, 145 receptions, and 1,590 yards. Like, you're telling me that isn't MVP? I personally think Kupp is washed, but I've definitely – like, I thought DeAndre Hopkins was washed 2 years ago, and then he went to the Titans and had a pretty solid season the first year at the Titans. So a change of scenery may do it. I'm not going to buy into it. I think Kupp goes like 10 picks too high for me. Like, just absolutely 10 picks too high. Me and my buddy were debating this last night. Is Kupp Hall of Fame type player? Probably not, in my opinion. He's only had 2 years over 1,000 yards. So with that knowledge, I have a very hard time saying he should be a Hall of Famer, right? Like, that's not very much. Like, he spent most of his career injured, right? So I have a really hard time saying that he should be a Hall of Famer. Right, like, we can look back at this. So this is all of his seasons. He had 1,000 yards and 94. So he's only had one season over 100 receptions and only 2 seasons over 1,000 yards. He's had a bunch of receptions, but like if it was points per game played, like he's awesome because he gets a ton of fantasy points per game, right? A 22, a 25, a 17, a 17 in full point, right? So there is that, but right. Yeah, and I completely agree with that. Like one monster year shouldn't get you there for the Hall of Fame. Like I could see them making a new Hall of Fame, like a one shot of fame or something like that, and he could be in something like that, with like Josh Gordon, because Josh Gordon had a fantastic season, right? And I was personally incredibly excited. I mean, yeah, what's up, JT? I don't even know if he's in the Fantasy Hall of Fame. All right. So I would love to get him. I mean, I'm still upset that Stafford didn't make it back. Like, I was not expecting that. But we're building something out. Right now, we have Bijan, Puka, Drake May, Bucky Irving, Sam Darnold, and Amarian Hampton. So only two quarterbacks, a lot thinner than usual. But we have Bijan, Bucky, Hampton, and Puka as an anchor. Like, I'm definitely going to take 5 quarterbacks on this team, 2 backups or something, and hopefully, and just wish cast that Sam Darnold starts. Like, I think that's kind of where I'm going to go here. So, wish me luck. But yeah, like you look up Cooper Kupp to like Devontae, and like not only does with this question, like one of the reasons I don't think he's going to make it there. My side screen went to sleep mode. It scared me. I thought my PC was powering down. So the wide receiver list is incredibly deep, right? Like there's a bunch of wide receivers that were absolutely amazing that still are not in the Hall of Fame. So with knowing that, like I can find a list, like I can make a list. I can't do it right now, but it was like there's basically a logjam at that position. It started to filter in, but like it's still a while before somebody with like a Cooper Kupp type thing. Now, if Cooper Kupp had the seasons he had at the quarterback position, I mean, we would just call him Kurt Warner, right? And he would be a Hall of Famer as well. Like he would be a Hall of Famer. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and take Jackson Dart here. And it's just the injury guarantee stuff, like at the end of the season. Like, because the most important part is that I have quarterbacks available in the last 3 weeks, assuming I make it. So if the Seahawks are bad, which I think they will be, and their offensive line is horrendous, which I believe it will be, like Sam Darnold's not going to look great. But if I'm wrong on this is one of those teams that I'm going to have to like. I'm fine. Like this is why I take players I don't take them a lot of. What's up, Crossface? Thanks for popping in. I've done that a couple times actually, and like I just kind of assume like the Seahawks are not going to be in a position for a playoff run comes week 14, 15, 16. And I believe that it'll be Jalen Milroe like starting in those weeks. If they're anywhere close to a playoff position, I think Darnold will probably still be in there, right? Obviously, because they've been winning games, so something's working. So, but Milroe, I believe, is my highest owned player in Superflex. at quarterback. After this pick, I will go look at that real quick. It's I have a hefty chunk of him for sure. All right, so we could start looking at stacks. I'm not that worried about them. The player I wanted went. I've started taking Swift over Judkins because I have a ton of Judkins. So, and the more players that get signed, the more players that they end up signing from free agency, like Dobbins is signed, Cam Akers got signed, right? Like all these veterans are getting signed or moved, and Chicago's not done anything, right? So we, Jalen Milroe, 27%. I just think his upside is like if I don't believe they're going to be good enough to have Sam Darnold starting, like I need to have a lot of Jalen Milroe because Milroe doesn't even need to be stacked, but like his stacking options, Arroyo and MBS, are absolutely free at the end of drafts too. So that's why I'm personally going to be overweight on Milroe, like a lot overweight. And he goes in the 15th round, and like you look at the possibility of starting a starting quarterback for the fantasy playoffs versus the players that go in that range, and the upside of a quarterback to me is worth the gamble. And yeah, I actually have a team where I went 4 straight skill positions out of the 11 hole just to see what happened. And I ended up with 6 quarterbacks, Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones, and I did Milroe and Darnold both. So I have 2 starters, hopefully. But like the rest of that team was absolutely loaded, right? So Bijan, I'll go ahead and take Tony Pollard here as my RB5, and I might just be done. We got Drake May, Sam Darnold, Jackson Dart, running back, Bijan Robinson, Bucky Irving, Amarian Hampton, DeAndre Swift, Tony Pollard, wide receiver, Puka Nacua, anchor. So there's still plenty of wide receivers. You only need to start 2. And I'm hoping to flex a running back and to super flex a quarterback, right? So this is why I'm going to build this way. I'm always going to be pretty light on wide receivers. If you're just popping in, please smash that like for me. And for those of you who don't know, in 2 hours, I will be live on Bestball Guys channel. We will be drafting on the Life Changing Money series. At the end of this video, I will pop that link in. I'm sure anybody in here is already subbed or is going to watch that, but I will still mention it. So what is Jason doing over here? He's got Jaden Daniels. He's got the Justin Fields I should have taken. He's got Achane, Geno Smith. I really like that start. Garrett Wilson fell back for the stack. Devontae Adams, RJ Harvey, Juwan Jennings, B-Rob for the stack as well. Expected nothing less. That's River Rat style right there. So I am looking at a wide receiver here for sure. Like I'll poke at tight end and look. Nothing really interesting. All of these quarterbacks don't really have receivers that go in this range. So I'll just take best player available. I guess this one does go in this range. So that's my first option. That is not my first option anymore. And then I was going to click Golden, and that guy clicked Golden. So which way is the draft going? We're coming back this way. So I'll take Ricky Pearsall. If it was going back the other way, I would have taken. Let's see here. Yeah, I would have taken Darnell Mooney just to make sure the Penix drafter didn't get anybody to pair with him. Like my squad, just realized all 3 RBs are. Well, I whenever I did my 13 drafts at once, I have a Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield, Justin Fields starting quarterback team that I completely bungled up. Not only did I not need 3 quarterbacks with those 3, but all 3 of those are week 9. So, like, worst case of every scenario. But that's what happens whenever you try to do way too many drafts all at once. So there's that. Yeah, I really do like your team. The 3 12s at running back, I mean, that's fine though, right? It's not that big of a deal. I got I mean, I might get Mooney back. I will. So Jonnu Smith's a player, like he fell because there was those trade rumors, and now that those have kind of dissipated, we're still letting him go where he was going during that time. I'm personally going to start taking more of him. I was kind of in on him before. I think that kind of like Seattle, I think their offensive line is going to be bad. And if I think their offensive line is going to be bad, that means Achane and Jonnu Smith are going to be the options there. That guy saved me. I don't have to snipe old Darnell Mooney. We will take Jonnu. So we got Jonnu at tight end, Puka Nacua and Pearsall at wide receivers. Running backs, Bijan, Bucky, Omarion Hampton, DeAndre Swift, Tony Pollard. Quarterbacks, Drake May, Sam Darnold, and Jackson Dart. So I don't love this at all, but I don't hate it either. It doesn't feel that comfortable for me. What's up, Nick? Thanks for stopping in. We got hey, thanks. You too, man. I just got in a little bit ago. We had a thing to do. Like a pretty big family thing. We had people come down from, like, I'm in central Illinois or southern Illinois, and people came from Texas and from Columbus, Ohio, and from Kansas City, all over here. So it was quite the day. Got to see a bunch of family I haven't got to watch for a long time, or I haven't got to see for a long time. So it felt good. It was a good day. I actually like my family, unlike a lot of people. So there's that. Food comas are one of the best states to be in, honestly. All right, so definitely want to get a wide receiver here. I have started talking myself into, like, once Jaden Higgins is off the board, I'm okay taking Cup. And this team, I actually have Darnold, so I don't like Cup at all. But you have to make your bets as you're right. Thank you, sir. Game-winning Buffalo. I don't know if that's your name, but that's what I'm calling you. That snipe just saved me from taking Cooper Kupp, which is the ultimate humiliation. We got. I'm actually super relieved that Kupp went there. Honestly, because I was going to take him. So I think in the other formats, like, Kupp just goes an entire round too early. All right, let's look at this team. I just seen Romeo Doubs go at 137. Saquon Barkley, CD, Jordan Love, Matt Stafford, he's the one that got me. Kyron Williams, JSN, Worthy, Ridley, Addison, Diggs. He also took Diggs. Charbonnet, Dobbs. So he's got 3 running backs, 2 quarterbacks, and he's super stacked at receiver. Like the exact opposite of what I try to do at Superflex. But you know what? He's got Romeo Dobbs. He's got Green Bay stacked up. Like that is something. And he also stacked up his other quarterback, Stafford, right? Nope, he did not. And he had the chance to because Devontae went right past me at ADP. So we could take Shadur, but we're definitely not. I'm just saying we could. We could take Shadur. So what are you guys thinking on Loveland? Are you guys in or are you guys out on Loveland? I am mostly out. I do like that he's been falling, and I like the range that he goes in now a lot more. But like the injury stuff does kind of scare me. A rookie that misses the camps, like generally doesn't bode that well. Like if they can't practice, like the physical strength seems to end up being like he's never like he wasn't really supposed to be a physical strength guy, right? But I'm gonna tend to not have very like as much of him. I do like that he's finally going down below like some of the other players. What? I don't watch baseball, but go ahead and break the news, sir. I will read it out. Are you a Sox fan? It definitely sounds like you're a Sox or Yankees fan. I don't know. You either I'm going to guess a Red Sox fan. There's like a bunch of big trade talks. Boston Bread. Got it. Do we have the details? That's I mean, I don't watch any baseball. I have 13 dingers and one of them is advancing. I have Devers on one of them. That's all I know. I know that he's on Boston because he's on one of my Boston stacks. All right, we got. I mean, honestly, this team looks pretty good. Like, I think I'm gonna take a. Do I want to take a tight end or do I want to take Luther Burden here? Jordan Hicks and 2 others. Got it. I honestly think I just want to take Jake Ferguson here. Jonnu Ferguson, like if I want, I can stop at this. I'll probably add a third. But like if he comes back, I will do the stack. The reason I'm okay with that stack, like handcuffing generally isn't great, but Superflex, like if you can lock up a position, like a 5th and a 15th round pick has to be like the equivalent of a 4th or a 5th or a 3rd, right? Like so. And the whole reason Darnold goes where he goes is because of the uncertainty, right? So if there wasn't uncertainty, he would go up here with like Bryce Young, Trevor Lawrence. Although all the quarterbacks went like 10 picks early in this draft, like he would be going that high. So I'm okay doing it, but can't get that past old River Rat over here. I mean, I still think I made the right call here. I definitely wanted Ferguson or Burden over Milrow, and if Burden would have also made it back to me, I would have taken him even if Milrow was there. I don't know enough about baseball to know if Boston's winning, like if they're a good team, if they're a bad team, is rebuilding. All I know is that I look at my dingers every night and laugh at how many 12th place teams I have. It's got like 5 of them out of 13. It's pretty awesome. All right, we got. What do we want? We want Hunter Henry. That's actually what we want. We'll get an actual stack here. We'll actually finally start stacking up our team. We have. I think that this Puka, Pearsall, Higgins, and Pittman, like that should definitely play. And now, like for sure, give me. They're all different bye weeks. I should be able to get a starter every week out of that. Now I'm going to just shoot for spike weeks. And all of these running backs, like Swift and Bijan, have the same bye week on week 5. But I also have Bucky, Hampton, and Pollard week 5 to start. So I may add a 6th running back late if there's one of the late people that I really like available. But I'm probably just adding a bunch of receivers here and probably 3 receivers and 2 backup quarterbacks or something. Sox wanted him to play first base, and he was crying about that last month. So is that what you're saying, that you think that they shipped him because of that? Sorry for the baseball talk. No, it's all good. I'm just saying I don't know anything about it. I know nothing about baseball, so I have nothing to interject. I get it. If I was watching a basketball stream for some reason and Kansas City traded away Pacheco, or like let's say let's use a more reasonable thing. Like Kansas City trades away our second best offensive lineman, Joe Thuney, to the Bears for a 3rd rounder or whatever it was we got. Like, I would definitely want to be talking about that and not the sport that I'm looking at. Absolutely. I understand it. I mean, I need to stop clicking Thielen, honestly. But he is a bringback on this. And Jack Besh is still available. I heard that he's got some pretty negative talk lately. I haven't seen it. If anybody knows what that negative talk is, let me know. I think at 187, it's still fine to take him. Thielen, I wouldn't mind getting Slayton. I wouldn't mind getting MVS. We're going to just queue up some guys. And I wouldn't mind. Besh was taking reps with the second team, not first. Okay, that's fine. Like, he's a rookie. Some coaches just make people work for it. Like, I was expecting it to be something like that I don't really worry about. Like, when you're trying to build a culture, like, only positive about Thornton. Got it. Well, Thornton plays a different role. Like, Thornton is going to replace Trey Tucker, right? And Besh is there to be an outside receiver, in my opinion. So if that's the case, like, he's just taking second team reps, like I'm fine with that. Like, maybe he's going to learn slower. But that's kind of what you want, like in best ball. Like, I mean, you don't want that. You want them to score all year, but the late oncoming players are worth a lot in this style. I am going to take Slayton here as my solo stack. with the Giants. Problem is they run 12 with Bowers and Mayer. Maybe he doesn't see the field in 2 wide receiver sets. Well, that's the thing. I think that he will be the 2 wide receiver set guy because he's known to block well, like reasonably well. And Thornton would be the Quentin Johnston of the offense, not like that's kind of why I think the Trey Harris thing goes as well. Yeah, he is. I took a few shares, like 2 or 3. I didn't really get that into it. I didn't think he was going to. He got what, 3rd round capital, or was it 4th? Because he went because him, Arian Smith, and Ty Felton all went together, right? They all and DK and all of them went right in the same spot. Okay, 4th round. But yeah, they were all kind of the same player. It's just kind of a pick your poison between DK, Thornton, Arian Smith, who only one team supposedly had that high, and Ty Felton. I don't know. Arian Smith is the only one I don't click now. This is actually a team Thornton could go on. But Jack Bech is a bring back for the Darius Slayton as well. So with him falling as much as he did, there was no reason for me not to take it. I think I just tap Arian Smith here or Scantling. Do I? I think I'm perfectly fine with those. Yeah, taking both is really cheap. I might end up taking both of them. I definitely want to get a backup quarterback here. I know what one I want right now. I'm sure Cousins went already. But I'll take a Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, sorry about that. But I'll take Jimmy Garoppolo with Puka if I have to. I've done that every time I've got Bijan and Puka together. I've tacked on Jimmy Garoppolo because every time Matt Stafford goes way before ADP, I usually take MVS when I pick up Bryce Young for the Week 17 bring back. Or anytime I have even if I have just a Thielen or a Jalen Coker, the last 2 rounds, if my team feels really good in any style, I don't mind just going Coker Scantling, right? It's a skinny Week 17 stack. Both players have way bigger upside than where they're being drafted at. Coker could be an absolute everyday starter, and MVS offers spike week potential, right? So we'll go ahead and just take him now. I think I want to add another wide receiver or another one, like a Mariota or something, because I feel pretty good about my team. We got Drake May, Sam Darnold, Jackson Dart, Jimmy Garoppolo, Bijan Robinson, Bucky Irving, Hampton, Swift, Pollard. Wide receivers: Puka, Pearsall, Jaden Higgins, Michael Pittman, Jack Bech, Darius Slayton, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I feel like I can easily get 2 starters every week out of that, and definitely 3 out of this. And then I got Jonnu, Jake Ferg, and Hunter Henry. That feels awesome. My bye weeks are very well correlated. I think the extra shot at a quarterback that could start later in the season makes a lot of sense here. So could take Mac Jones as well. Yeah, I think I really like Mariota as a last round pick, though. I really do. usually take, yeah. So we will be running a second draft. And when this draft is actually over, we will enter that. That way, Jason can get in if he would like. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I take Sam Howell anytime I have a Viking. Like, I'll take Garoppolo when I have Puka or Devontae. I'll take Howell if I have one of the three Vikings. Mariota, I really like. I love what this guy did. He took two running quarterbacks. Like, that makes a lot of sense. And Jaden Daniels missed time with 2 weeks. Riley Leonard, like, that's an absolute disaster in Indy, and he's going to be incredibly low owned. Like, he's somebody I should start mixing in the slash round, honestly. Like on a team like this where I took Michael Pittman. Not that he can throw the ball at all, but like, yeah, I don't love Mac Jones, but I'll take Mac Jones here. Like, I don't want Purdy to get hurt, but I'm fine with that. Did you hear in the year of our Lord? Yes, you did. I've taken him 3 times in this contest, sir. I've taken him 3 times because every time I take Puka, somebody takes Stafford before ADP. So it's fine. It'll be fine. But anyway, we just read over the team, and now we will be entering another Puppy but Superflex. It'll be a 20-second one, and I will be entering in 10 seconds. Yeah, I read over the entire team other than Garoppolo or Mac Jones. So I'll go over it again, though. Drake May, Sam Darnold, Jackson Dart, Jimmy Garoppolo, Mac Jones. 5 more. 5 more. Running backs, Bijan Robinson, Bucky Irving, Amarian Hampton, DeAndre Swift, Tony Pollard. Wide receivers, Puka, Ricky P., Jaden Higgins, Michael Pittman, Jack Best, Darius Slayton, MVS. Tight ends, Jonnu, Jake Ferg, and Hunter Henry. And we are still waiting on 5. Waiting on 6 now. Somebody left. My phone says 5, and this says 6. Let me make sure I didn't enter multiple drafts or something. Okay. All right, it's moving now. Got it. I would love to actually get a Joe Burrow share. That'd be fantastic. Hey, have a great day, sir, and enjoy Father's Day. Thanks for stopping in. Hey, it's all good. Yeah, you do what you need to do. I'm just here to service the people. So, yeah, and I haven't done very many BBMs this year. I honestly don't really have the hankering to do it. Hey, Wabi, this is a 20-second Superflex if you would like to get in. There's 3 spots left. And welcome to the stream. You just can't do Superflex. I don't understand that because I personally love the Superflex, but I get it. Like, everybody likes a different style contest. And we are live. I'm going to guess the 9. Oh, we got the 5. So which one of these people are going to take Jamar Chase? When I'm a 5, somebody always takes Jamar Chase. And I always get Jalen Hurts here, which I'm not complaining about. But when I'm at 6, nobody ever takes Jamar Chase, and I never get Joe Burrow. So I would like to get a Joe Burrow share here, but we will see. We got Wabi in the 4 hole. I've got the 5. And I believe that is Oh, Mark is here. Yeah, he's at the 6. Mark Cox, right here at the 6. Hey, thanks for showing up, sir. Glad you could make it. Hope everybody that is here is enjoying the stream. Yeah, I mean, hey, so like if somebody takes Burrow ahead of Hurts, I'm just excited. Like I would rather have Hurts 100%. 100%. Nice. Yeah, you got here and it was perfect timing. Always scared. Like the previous year's 101 has a pretty bad track record. It's like a worse track record than the Madden cover, and the Madden cover's not got a very good track record either, right? So like you got to kind of pick your poison. I mean, injury's the only way that really gets derailed. Hey, look, we get a Joe Burrow. That is the second Joe Burrow share out of 77 drafts. Second share of 77. I'm always scared to pick. Yeah, and I kind of want, like, I was pretty sure that Saquon was going to be the Madden cover. Yeah, absolutely, Hartman. This is absolute facts. I wish Barkley was the one going 101 so I could fade him even harder, right? Like, man, like I can't get on board with Barkley up there. I mean, every year the 101 could do it again, right? But something always happens. And I've had more than my fair share of 101s this season, so I don't want that to be true. I would like this to be the anomaly year. But with that being said, I also have very, very little Joe Burrow because I refuse to take him at the 4-5 turn. I did a few times in early best ball drafts, but since BBM launched, I don't think I've done it. I've done it, so I've not done it in a large field tournament. So I will take Burrow at the 4-5 turn in like a small field tournament because I don't believe you have to have the absolute nuts, right? I mean, I really hate passing up Genty here. Wabi, you are welcome. I'll take the week 17 game stack. I'll give you Genty. Like, that is such a hard choice because I would much rather have Genty. But the week 17 game stack isn't something that it's not rare, but it's not common either. So this is one of the harder ones to get. Yeah. Yeah. So like I really wanted Genty, but man, like this is an awesome start. Week 17 correlation, like through and through. Not much. This is the second one. I have a Burrow, Kyler Murray, Bo Nix start. Like Bo Nix fell down to this round. That was with Steve Schaup on the whenever he came on this channel. And then Chase Brown made it back around to us. And then Trey McBride made it back around. So we have that entire game stacked. We had it was on the Jalen Hurts team too. Or no, it wasn't on a Hurts. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was a Hurts team. You know? I think we just Drake made this up. Yeah, this is the kind of start that I think 3 quarterbacks is fine. Like, got rushing floor. I got the week 17 game stack. What I want to do is I want to make sure my floor at quarterback's high enough that I should be fine. Like, the difference between Achane and the running back I'm going to get here is going to be decent, or Brian Thomas, but like, if I get Ladd McConkey here, like, is that a huge difference from Brian Thomas? And if I was going to take Bryce Young down here, like I would much rather have Drake May than Ladd. Not saying that I would get Ladd there, but I see Ladd on this side of the board all the time. I'm buying the recent Raheem should be Raheem Mostert. Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely started mixing in Mostert and Genty. Like, if he goes back to the 11-12 spot, which is kind of where he's been, I'll start clicking him again. I was having a hard time clicking him up around 7 or 8. Like, Puka, to me, is just the clear pick up there. Him and Neighbors. Like, I believe that there's a tier break at CD Lamb. Like, I think it's Chase, Jefferson, and then it's like Puka, CD, Neighbors, and then I believe it's the other 3. I mean, I think there's an argument with like Nico and all them. I kind of put Nico in that group, and then like BTJ and Amon kind of in that group, but I always pick them last of that group. So this is another reason you do this sometimes. If you do this, sometimes the other half of the board sees that it's happened a couple times, and then you just get the value back. So if a couple people went 2 and you go 3, you can sometimes push that back. So look, like I got Josh Jacobs back. Is that big of a difference from what I would have got there? I mean, it's not even Lamb hate. Like, Puka, let's look at stats real quick. I actually haven't looked at this. So points per game last year, I will sort. This is half point PPR. Puka was 6, and CD was 10. So like Puka, yes, he misses games, and CD missed some games as well. But like Puka wasn't even 100% a lot of those games. I mean, I guess you could say the same about CD Lamb. So there is that. Right. Yeah, and the addition of, I mean, that's something that needs to be addressed, is that addition, right? I mean, I could get a Breece Hall bring back with Drake May. I could get T. Higgins. I could take Harrison. Like, I think I want the Higgins and then the Harrison. I already have one stud running back here. Running backs are more important, but I think the pass catcher with one of these guys makes the most sense. Lamb didn't show up until like week 2. Wabi does me a favor and takes the distraction away from me. I went ahead and took T. Higgins. I have T. Higgins well above Marvin Harrison. Lamb didn't show up until like week 2 before season, and Dak got hurt. Right, but Dak got hurt in week. I mean, let's go look up his game log real quick. CD game log. If it stops loading random stuff and pushing everything down. All right, so Dak got hurt week 10. So he had a 39-point game. Fantastic. So Dak got hurt in this game, so you can kind of avoid that, right? So 16, this is full PPR. 16, 39, awesome. 16, 11, 23, 8, 19, and 13. Like, and now there's more competition there. Like, he actually had better games here at the end without him. Like, or kind of had better games. Like, he didn't have the one giant game, but his average was better with Cooper Rush. So like, and then you tell me that Matt Stafford is still the quarterback, and like, yeah, Devontae Adams is like the same thing as Pickens. Like, you could say both of them are arguably lower, and that's why a lot of people have Neighbors as the one to take in that group. I just think that the Rams are going to score a ton of points this year. I just have this feeling their offense is going to be like crazy good. And I still take CD Lamb above Puka, but that doesn't mean in my heart I don't think Puka should be rated above. Like, I don't want to fade. I'm not fading CD. Like, oh, okay. I see. I mean, Jefferson. I mean, to be honest, like, Jefferson and Chase aren't really a tier above. Like, last year, Chase was, but I kind of think that those first, like, I will always take Chase 101 because of how bad that defense is. I'll take we'll take a James Cook share. These are not my normal running backs. I understand that. Like Jefferson being a tier above. I think Jefferson should definitely be in front of those other two. Just because of Kevin O'Connell and how they run that offense and how productive that offense has been consistently, right? Like, it is pretty funny though that in I think it was Jefferson's best game last year, that his teammate had a better game. Let me make sure, because the 1 week he was wide receiver 4, Addison was wide receiver 2 with like 9 more points. Okay, he was wide receiver 1 week. So yeah, week 14 he was wide receiver 4 and Addison was wide receiver 2, and then week 16 he was wide receiver 1. I mean, I'd love to get, which one of these do I want? I love Connor. We'll go ahead and take that. Like, Connor does catch passes, so not like he's not a elite receiving threat, but he had 47, right? Like, if you look at a lot of people don't realize how many passes he actually catches. And if we go back to this sheet and you look at the receptions for running back, I believe he's top 10. Sort by receptions. He's tied for 10th with Bucky Irving. So, like, that's awesome. Like, that's really good in one less game. So like, people don't. I see people actively not trying to stack James Conner, like trying not to do the Conner with Murray thing. Like, I don't see why you wouldn't. I think Benson's the one you don't want with Kyler Murray. I think James Conner is a very good click with Kyler Murray. But this gives me Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Drake May, Josh Jacobs, got the T. Higgins stack. We got James Cook, and then we got the James Conner stack with Kyler Murray. And I would much rather have a James Conner stack than a Michael Wilson stack. Like, I do not like the Michael Wilson thing. I have zero faith in Michael Wilson. Maybe I am alone, but I can't do it. I cannot do it. I've clicked it once or twice in the very last round when I have Kyler. I've never clicked it as a bring back. I feel like they're either going to bring somebody in, somebody on the roster is going to step up. Like, I just don't see it being Michael Wilson. I think last year he proved that he's not the guy. Yeah, we will take Pacheco here over Aaron Jones. Yeah, we'll do that. And then when it comes back around, I don't know what I want. I'll look at. I mean, Hawkinson could be fine if he's available back over here. Michael Wilson is okay because he probably have a couple TDs, but overall he's a jag. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I don't know who the 2 is going to be. Let me. But I feel like it may be one of those. It's not on the roster yet. Things. Oh, I'm not logged in, am I? So Xavier Wheeler, Sam Fieko, Zay Jones. It could be Zay Jones, right? Like Zay was hurt most of last season. It could just be Keenan Allen. Like that's the easy answer, right? Would be Keenan. Yeah, right. Like they have an absolute need. So where does Russell usually go? He's 9 picks past. I don't need him at all. I could take Pollard and be done again. I think I want to take Hawkinson here, though. I don't get to a lot of the tight ends. Oh yeah, it was nasty. I don't know if there's really even been any information on that. Why is it? All right. I'm trying to get it to log me in. For some reason, I really just like Google Chrome. Like I had all my stuff set up on Mozilla. It all works perfect over there. Chrome asked for like 12 verifications for everything. I don't like it. All right, so I can't find that there. I haven't. We will look and see. Is there a note in Zay Jones here? He re-signed is all. Okay. But yeah, like their wide receiver 2 is a very awful spot. It was the same situation last year, and what he have uh like 500 yards or something. Not Zay Wilson. Yeah, 548 yards and 4 touchdowns. Like that's as the dedicated number 2, that doesn't feel great. You know, like don't you think that should be higher for a number 2, like a definite number 2? Like let's look at any other number 2. Name any other number 2 last year. Uh like Douglas, right? Demario Douglas. Douglas 623 and 3. So 70, 80 yards more. And that was a team that couldn't function. Austin 548 and 4, the same. Like literally the same with only 38 like on that offense, like 58 targets. Michael Wilson had 71 targets and literally the same numbers. He just had 9 more receptions. I take Calvin Austin. And Calvin Austin, so Michael Wilson, I'll bring it up, but Michael Wilson, just got a little bit every week. If I remember right, he didn't really spike very often. And I could be wrong on that. We will double check that after my pick. So we got T. Higgins, Steph Diggs. I mean, can't believe Javante's still up here. Take Darnell Mooney here. And we will scroll down there, and then I will look that up real quick. So, Michael Wilson. And, like, I want spike week guys there at the end, not just volume guys, unless I have a lot of rookies that I'm trying to, like, just get an absolute floor for. So, here's Michael Wilson last year. This is full PPR. Highest game was 14 points. He has a 14.4 with 8 receptions, so that's 10.4 points and half point. He has a 12-point game with 2, so that's another 10-point game. He had a 10-point game here, and he had a 11-point game here with a touchdown. Like, he was getting 11 points or 10 points. Like, that is it. He had the volume. Let me look. Okay, we're still a ways away. And then you look at Calvin Austin. Like, I don't want that on my best ball teams. Like, I don't. If I wanted that, I would take Khalil Shakir way higher and have actual numbers. So he had the same yards and everything, but he has a 14.5-point game. He's got a 17-point game. Yeah, it is very interesting. They didn't replace, like, I personally, like, I was pretty set that in the second round they were going to take, like, Jalen Knoll or somebody like that, right? Like a Jalen Knoll, a Jack Besh, just a possession guy in the second round, but they didn't. So, I mean, I don't know. And I don't really see, like, Greg Dortch isn't really that scary, right? Like, but the fact that he's reliable, he's a okay receiver for the NFL game. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad talent, but for best ball, he doesn't really do the things you want for best ball, in my opinion. So I don't think I want him. Yeah, I'll take Keon Coleman there. I prefer Bateman. I'll take a Keon Coleman share there, though. I don't dislike Coleman. So yeah, that's why I'm not really in on Michael Wilson at all. Like, what do you win? Like, if you have 3 wide receivers hurt or you have 3 wide receivers on a bye week, he's going to guarantee you like 7 points, maybe, right? Like, he might get you 10 points. If he gets a touchdown, he gets you 12 points, like, maximum. That's not something I want to chase. The weird thing is that their entire team is just big guys who want to body people, and they have no downfield speed. I'm surprised they wouldn't get some speed as well. Like, I thought they were going to take multiple wide receivers. I really did. And they absolutely did not. All right, do I want Dobbins? I want one of these two. I think I'm Rachaad White over Dobbins. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take Rachaad White here. Holy cow. Welcome, sir. Yeah, so, and then, like, let's go to other late round picks like MVS. I don't even. Well, like he just spikes, right? Like, so with that last round pick, he only had 19 receptions last year, but he had a 22-point game and a 15-point game and half point, right? So, like, I would rather have that than those 47 receptions that Michael Wilson got, that at most he got an 11-point game. Like, call me crazy, but that is where I'm at with it. And there's a lot of other players that kind of fit that same bill, like who project as giving you a better spike chance than anybody, like than a player like that. Like with Demario Douglas, like Douglas at least had a spike or two, I believe. But he also goes like 2 or 3 rounds earlier. We have game log on that. I mean, it's not much different. Like week 17, he had this big game. That was 12 points. And he had a 11-point game there, but that's all he ever done. Like, but he actually gave you floor weeks of like 7 to 10, which if you're consistently doing that, that is useful. But Michael Wilson doesn't consistently do that. We could continue out this team bet we have with the Bills. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll take Kincaid to pair up with Coleman. So right now the team, a 3-5-4-2. Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Week 17 game stack. Drake May. We got Josh Jacobs to fall back. James Cook, James Conner, Isaiah Pacheco, Rachaad White, all different bye weeks. Wide receiver, T. Higgins, Steph Diggs, T. Higgins isn't the top target, but like he's basically a top target. Steph Diggs, number 1 target. Mooney, Coleman, Hawkinson, and Kincaid. I don't mind this. Like, I will definitely hit depth at wide receiver here. We got 6 more rounds? We have 6 more rounds to go. And let's look and see what we got. So this is the kind of team that, like, sometimes I will still, even though I went 3 quarterbacks to start, because I feel good at every position right now and I'm only really looking for depth, I'm personally okay taking Jalen Milroe right here. Like, this is the kind of team I add it to because Milroe could be a spike guy late. I don't think I will do that here. I don't know. We're going to go ahead and say Cedric Tillman. I think that's what we'll do. Change it up a little. Milroe was a good pick there, I believe. Somebody else believed that. This Mark Cox guy. How dare him take my ideas after I refuse to take them. Let's see what Mark is doing here. He's got Patrick Mahomes, Derrick Henry, Brian Thomas, Jonathan Taylor, Sam Darnold, number 2. Paired that with the Milroe. I didn't see you were doing that. I would have definitely not taken him if I noticed. And this is probably the better pick for my team anyway. Terry McLaurin, Zay Flowers, Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard, Kelsey Andrews, Shaheed Dobbins, Hollywood. So you got a Week 17 thing going on in Kansas City. You got Mahomes with Hollywood Brown. You have Dobbins here. I don't mind it. Just hopped in a Superflex, 33 drafts down, and 40% Daniel Jones. Oh, crap. Hey, you guys should have yelled at me because I didn't go back to this page on my – I didn't go back to this page. I'm sorry, everybody. I did not realize that – so I'm new to StreamYard, and the program I used before, Streamlabs, whenever I click the tab up top, it just auto moved it. I didn't have to verify that I was switching tabs. So, and with how I have to set this up, I don't see the screen. Yeah, I'll take Gesicki. I'll take a third tight end. That's fine. So we got a double stack: Joe Burrow, Gesicki, T. Higgins, with the bring back of James Conner and Kyler Murray in Week 17. This is a pretty sick team. We got a 10-pick discount on that. We got a 12-pick discount or 15-pick discount on Kincaid. I figured some of you were just listening to the audio. That's perfectly fine. That's actually why I try to focus on reading off my team once. Like, my habit is I try once every 6 rounds to read through my team. I don't always get there, but I try to do that because I do believe a lot of people just listen. Staring at the U.S. Open Board, sweating albatross. Are you actually doing well in it? I didn't do any albatross, so I know nothing about it. Hey, if you're just popping in and you enjoy what you hear, please smash that like. And if you're new and you enjoy, smash the sub for me. We were at 172 when I started today. And I would love to slowly grow that. This feels like a team that needs a few receivers here that can spike. Diami Brown is one of those guys. I'll take him. Romeo Dobbs goes instantly. Zero worry. Instant click by Mark. Let's read off what Wabi's done here. Jalen Hurts, the gift of Ashton Genty, Devon Achane, A.J. Brown, Breece Hall, George Kittle, Daniel Jones. Like, he waited that long and still got Daniel Jones, and then Jackson Dart. Like, that's pretty nice. Jordan Mason, Josh Downs, Bateman, Kyle Williams, Jalen Wright, Brenton Strange, Palmer, Giddens. I like both of our teams a lot. Like, I will kill him at quarterback, but he will kill me at running back. But we're both strong at both of those positions, like strong enough. As long as Daniel Jones starts the entire season, he will have 3 quarterbacks for the end of the season. And that's where I think you really want the 3 anyway. I have one team looking really good to make the finals. Nice. Are you in any pods with like BBG or anybody? Like Hartman or Fantasy Football Garage, Candyman. Candyman popped in a little bit ago, and then I seen his comment disappear. Vanishing. Yeah, so we got... I'm going to take Keenan Allen on the off chance that he ends up going to that team. There's been some rumors of that. So, like, I'll take the gamble. My team can afford a 0. But if he ends up in Arizona, this team would be absolutely sick. Only name I recognize is TP Pollock. Okay. You didn't. Whose? Who? Was that right? Is that how you do it? This will be my last draft. We got 2 more rounds. I will be taking a break, an hour-long break, and then I will be live on Bestball Guys channel to do the Life-Changing Money series. Definitely looking forward to that. It should be an awesome time. He came on my stream last week, and we actually drafted a pretty awesome team. Okay. So I had to go Candyman, right? Is that how I do it? Do you have to do incrementally louder Candymans? Do you have to go soft? What's the trick? Do you have to go softer and like make it sound creepy? Do you have to get excited? What's the trick, Gamble? Let me know. I'm very interested. We'll go ahead and take Taj Brooks here. We'll just try to we have starters everywhere. We'll just take the outside shot guys. Okay, so I got to go in front of a mirror to say Candyman 3 times. Well, I've got a camera. A camera is essentially a mirror, right? Because I do see myself on screen. So does a camera count or a webcam count when you're live streaming? I would think that that is basically a mirror. What do you guys think? All right, so we're going to look at the poll that I posted an hour and a half ago. Can only pick one of these 4 players at their ADP. Who you got? Kyle Pitts, Colson Loveland, Sam Laporta, or Chig Okonkwo? And currently, we have 24 votes. We have 12% Pitts, Loveland at 25, Laporta at 29, and Chig at 33, leading the charge. Camera is not a mirror is a mirror. All right. I picked Chig. I didn't actually vote in it. I would probably, I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know. Man, like, Kyle Pitts is so gross. I think Chig is my pick. It's Chig or Loveland. Like, Loveland now, because Loveland's going at like 135 now. Loveland before I was out on, but Loveland now I don't mind. We'll take a random Troy Franklin chair here at the end. That's what we'll do. Yeah, I think. Well, I listed players that I believe the community as a whole is out on. And then I threw in one of the guys who isn't drafted 100%. So, like, I believe the community as a whole is out on Pitts and Laporta and Loveland up until now. So, like, that's why I went with those people. And I think it's Chig or Loveland now. Like, Loveland at 125, I was very out, I took him like 4% of the time. I'm definitely clicking him a lot more now that he's going at like 135 a lot of the time. All right, we got a 3-6-8-3. Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, week 17 stacked. Awesome. Drake May, because he's Drake May. Running backs, Jacobs, James Cook, James Conner, Isaiah Pacheco, Rashad White, Taj Brooks. Wide receivers, T. Higgins, Steph Diggs, Darnell Mooney, Keon Coleman, Cedric Tillman, Diami Brown, Keenan Allen, hopefully signs in Arizona, Troy Franklin, and then TJ Hawkinson, Kincaid, and Gesicki for the double. We have 3 Bengals. We have 1, maybe 2 Cardinals. We don't have a bring back for this game, but we are going for that. Definitely out on all of them at ADP. Yeah, that was the game. I was trying to pick ones that as a community we don't really like, but which one do we dislike the most, right? Like, that's kind of like what I was looking for. And considering that the votes are all kind of even, I feel like I did a pretty good job picking out the ones. But anyway, thanks everybody for popping in. I will be on tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central on my channel. And in 1 hour, I will be on Bestball Guys channel. And I will pop that link here in the description. We will be doing the Life Changing Money series. And hopefully all of you will be there in 1 hour. Thanks for stopping in. Have a happy Father's Day. Peace.